It's the Insiders Room NASCAR report, and I'm lucky, very lucky again to be joined by Wrycape, our NASCAR expert here. He had a really good season last year. He closed it out with some future bets on the champion. Did really well during the course of the year. Luckily, nobody, ESPN or Fox or them, nobody came in and swept them up and took them away from us. So he'll be here all year, giving out his picks on these races. And what a race to start out here with the Daytona 500. So, Rye, good season last year, and I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, we did well, and I'm happy, very, very happy to be getting back at it. We've been waiting a while for NASCAR, and we got the teases with the Clash, and I've been watching all week the practicing qualifiers, the duels last night, truck races. So I'm ready for some NASCAR.
All right, very good. All right, before I throw it to you for your picks and your thoughts on this race, what did you think of the Clash?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Obviously, I watched it on TV, but yeah, it was a wonderful race. I like the heats. I think it was a good setup. They NASCAR did it really well.
Yeah, I watched it also. I enjoyed it. A little different, being in the Coliseum. And I thought it was pretty good. All right, so here we go. Mate, they're not here for me, so I'm gonna throw it over to you and let's kick off this first race of the season with some winners.
Yeah. So as we always do, we're going to start with the Daytona 500 from the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona, Florida. This is 2.5 mile track. This is going to be tomorrow, February 20th at 3:30, and this is race number one of 36. We're going to do 500 miles on 200 laps. So we have new cars, new season, new faces, and new places. Uh, just like the books, we're starting from the beginning. We got to see how everything is. With the duels the other night, we saw the trucks. We had some practices and qualifiers. Actually, a practice just ended. The final practice just ended a few minutes ago, for about an hour. So my strategy here is to go with guys who do well on the supers. I'm not going to lay a lot of juice because, the Daytona, anybody can win. Last year was Michael McDowell. And it's a good chance to get some long shots. They give you a lot of good numbers on these Daytona races. Accidents can happen. There can be a lot of wrecks. A lot of guys like to be aggressive, be in the front, stay in the front the whole time. And then you have the other guys who stay in the back. Try to be cautious, avoid the wrecks, and when it's their chance, then they'll come up front. The last three 500 winners have been Michael McDowell, and Denny Hamlin won it twice before that. Best career performers at Daytona. We have Justin Haley with an average finish of 6.7. That's three races with one win and two top tens. Bubba Wallace with an average finish of 13.7. He has nine races, zero wins, but three top tens. And then Austin Dillon with an average finish of 14.9. And that's 17 races with one win and eight top tens. So there are three guys I really like this week. As I said, I think anybody can win this race. Any guy could get knocked out quickly. But with the way they give you the odds, you can do a lot of things with it. So my first guy I'm taking is Denny Hamlin. He's the favorite. I found him at plus 950 on FanDuel. He has three 500 wins since 2016. He's actually won three of the last six. He has the most laps led and points over the last six Daytona 500s. He's great on supers. He can hang back and find his way to the front when needed. He avoids crashes. He's able to manipulate the airflow to make his car faster. He is top five in 8 of his last 10 500s. So Denny Hamlin knows this track very well. He's great at super speedways. He's great at getting out of trouble, avoiding wrecks, and he knows how to get to the front. So I really like Denny Hamlin. Another guy I like is Austin Dillon. The best I found him was plus 2,500. That was on BetMGM and Barstool. He won this race in 2018. He came in third last year. In 17 races, he only has 3 to none finishes here. So I think he should have a good car because his grandfather is Richard Childress, and he wants him to have a good, fast car to start the season. He won the duel here last year, and he should be in good form to win this race. I expect him to be at the top. And another guy I like from Ford, Penske, is Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney has won here in the summer race. He has 3 top 6s in the last 4 races at Daytona. He was second in 2020 and second in 2017. He's led laps in 11 of the last 15 Supers. So he's been doing really well, progressively getting better at these super speedways. He's aggressively cautious, and he needs to take the next step and win the big one. This is the great American race, and everybody who entered in wants to win this race. So for my bets, as I said, I like to stay above the negative numbers. You don't want to be laying juice with the Daytona because you take 3 guys, they can be gone just like that. When to root for. I like to spread everything out, so I have different players on the course. So my first bet is Corey LaJoie for top 10. I found him plus 380 on FanDuel. He does well in these races. He's one of those guys who stays back and, come lap 4 or 5, he starts getting closer and closer to the front. And I like Michael McDowell, top 10. I found him plus 185 on Barstool. He is the defending champion. He's done well in the practice, the qualifiers. He's done well in the duel. He's a good super speedway racer. I expect him to do well here. And I have 2 group bets. One comes from BetMGM, and that is Justin Haley at plus 260. He's only had 3 races here. He's a rookie this season as a full-time. But I think he does well in this course, and history says that I should be taking this guy for something. And I also like Christopher Bell. I think he's going to have a breakout season. So I have Christopher Bell in a group bet on Barstool, and that is plus 255.
All right, very good there. A couple of questions just for people that might be joining new or are new to NASCAR betting, and I was one of them last year. I know you use a lot of these different books for value and finding the best picks. So, and I would suggest if you only have 1 or 2 books, I would look for some of these books you haven't signed up for. Look at the sign up bonus. It's a good way to get some extra money, so you can mess around with the NASCAR and but. So, like your group bets, here's one. You like your group bets. You got this group bet at MGM, group bet at Barstool. Now, they may be, but in a lot of cases, they're not the same group. So you would only bet the group bet at the book that you bet it at.
Correct. So, say Barstool in a group only has 3 racers. In MGM, well, all the other ones, they have 4 racers. So you're going to, I guess you didn't get worse value here, but you'd assume that you'd get less value because instead of 4 chances to win in a group, you have 3 with the Barstool. Okay. But every group betting is different. Head-to-head matchups are different in every book you have. So I like to really, my only book I have that doesn't offer NASCAR is Caesars. So when I'm doing NASCAR, I pull everything up, see, different books offer different things. Last year, my favorite NASCAR book was DraftKings. And as you can see, I have no DraftKings bets here. So the books are starting to realize that people like to bet NASCAR. And I guess the books are making money.
All right. And I guess another question just for people out there, you've got LaJoie top 10 at plus 380 at FanDuel. Let's say my book only has it at plus 360. Is it still worth taking at 360, or is there like you'll only go 30 cents off the line, or what should people out there be looking at?
Yeah. So in that sense, I would go with 360. I took McDowell top 10. That was on Barstool. That was plus 185. I saw on Fox it was plus 100. So if Fox was my only book, I would not be taking the McDowell top 10.
Okay.
It really depends on what the bet is, whether I'll stay away or jump on it, depending on the price to value. But yeah, I guess in NASCAR, you could go 50 cents and
Okay.
you still have value.
Okay. Yeah, because I know some people may be out there looking. Oh, he said 380, and I only get 360. But
Yeah,
obviously,
I'd go with the 360. If it was 300, I'd think about it. I wouldn't go any lower than 320.
okay, okay. Yeah, it's a good just idea for people to think about, and maybe they won't shy away from a bet just because it's not
Yeah,
the
because
exact
it's
same.
not the same thing I got.
So
Right.
I know, mate. Hey, you had a great year last year. You made me some money, so hopefully we'll
Yeah,
have another good year this year.
yeah, I'm excited to go. Looks like racing's back again. We got the new cars, so it's a clean slate for the consumer and the books. So let's try to hopefully the more we go, the more advantages we get. We can find an edge. But yeah,
Sounds
hey, we
good.
start with Daytona. You never know what happens in Daytona. So
Yeah, yeah. Daytona's not really the bellwether of races to like say this is what the season's going to be. So,
yeah, right.
all right,
Yeah,
mate.
we'll get to more predictive tracks shortly.
Very good. All right, mate. Thanks a lot. Hopefully, well, I'm sure we'll catch some winners on this race. So, good luck to you, and we'll close this off as we always do.
Yeah, happy race day, and let's cash some tickets.
Let's cash some tickets. All right, mate.